Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to, well, I guess I'm not welcoming you. I guess I'm not welcoming you back to anything, really. Um, I guess this is kind of a bit of an update video, I guess, on what I've been doing for the last few weeks. The thing of it is that, I haven't gone anywhere, but the thing is, those Cult of the Lamb videos that you've been watching so far every day for this month, those are actually done up in advance, but I probably already told you as much. It's not that I have lost passion to make videos, it's just, well, I'm not getting as many views or subscriptions as I hope to. Now, I do have some good news. The good news is that I found my old keyboard. Well, it's not really old, it's basically just barely used. So I'm hoping to incorporate a little bit of a musical interlude to videos. Now, I'll warn you now, I'm not proficient at the keyboard. I basically just bang on the keys. However, it's a little touch and go, I guess, with the keyboard. This keyboard has a lot of interesting options here as far as sounds. It's not a special effects. It is not a special effects keyboard. It's actually just one of those multi-tone keyboards, electronic. I mean, this one runs on like 4 AA batteries. But anyway, moreover, the reason we're here on Smash Ultimate is because we have 2 games coming up in the span of a week. Well, technically 3 if you want to include the Metal Gear series. I don't have any problems playing the Metal Gear games. It's just, well, I kind of already played them and they're nothing, and these games are basically just remasters anyway. So I don't intend on making a playthrough of the Metal Gear games. I mean, unless you want me to. I mean, unless I get the views and subscriptions necessary to do so. I mean, if I had a bigger audience, then maybe I'll consider it, but as of right now, I don't plan on it. So anyway, the games that are coming up is... Actually, let me show you here. So, we have Sonic Superstars, and we have Super Mario Bros. Wonder. The Wonder game is actually coming out on, I believe, the 20th. And if I'm not mistaken, this game, Sonic Superstars, actually comes out on the 17th, which is actually tomorrow. Now, I don't know if that's tomorrow midnight, tomorrow noon, I don't know. Now, I already know. Now, the only way to decide which of the 2 to play for the channel, I feel, was through combat, which brings us here. Now, I already know who won the best 2 out of 3 because, well, I have to sit and watch the videos in order to make them into replays. So I'm going to just let you watch these best 2 out of 3 match replays here. And basically whoever wins, I'll be playing that for the channel, whereas the loser, I'll play on my own time. So, with that out of the way, let's enjoy the replays, when I first saw this match 1, I thought maybe there was a little bit of bias going on here. I mean, after all, Smash Ultimate is on a Nintendo console, and, well, Come to think of it, I probably could have used my amiibos to fight this out, but I didn't really feel like getting them out, honestly. And if I tried to set spirits on, they'll basically just use whichever they feel is the strongest spirit. Like they won't go for any particular strategies. They'll just basically pick whichever number is higher, really. So it's not really as sophisticated as it could be in terms of spirits. Also, I had to make absolutely sure that when I set this up, that we set battlefields that, well, not battlefields, but venues, rather, that didn't infringe on copyright. Last time I tried to do this, I basically played as Sephiroth against Lucina, and, well, let's just say that Nobunamatsu didn't exactly... I mean, he wasn't upset by it because, you know, I mean, it's one of those things where everybody does it, but, like, you know, despite the fact that I bought Smash Ultimate, I own Smash Ultimate, you know, and, you know, they had no problem with me having uploaded the video, but it was one of the videos where, you know, they didn't want it to be monetized, you know, because, well, intellectual property rights, you know, go figure. Fun fact, the tracks here in this game, on the Final Fantasy tracks that are in this game now, if I were to play Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy, that game you saw on my list there, they basically list the Smash Brothers variant of Cosmo Canyon as a, quote, collaborative piece, you know? They don't even say it's Smash Brothers. You know? I mean, I get it. They probably made Theater Rhythm, you know, they probably coded it for, you know, to fit multiple systems, but, I mean, come on. I mean, let's not beat around the bush here, you know? Speaking of which, the Theater Rhythm game is actually getting some new songs, I believe, this month? Next month? I believe it's the Bravely Default ones. I've actually played Bravely Default and Bravely Second, not to be confused with Bravely Default 2. See, it's basically Bravely Default and Bravely Second are actually... Bravely Second is actually the direct sequel of the first Bravely Default. I mean, the first game was great. The second game, Bravely Second, I mean... it was okay, but, I mean, the final chapter, you know, to me was kind of, you know, woof, I guess. Basically, it's like it got into meme territory toward the end chapter. So, although I did like the fact that, basically the second game kind of plays into the first. Basically, the super bosses of the first game, if you're wondering why you can't seem to beat them, it's probably because you weren't meant to actually fight them. It's just kind of strange that you're only able to beat them in the second game, you know? Now, I have not played Bravely Default 2 on the Switch. I mean, I don't know, that's another game I could probably download and play, I suppose. But it might be another one of those games where it might be flagged for copyright, for all I know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe somebody in the comments will tell me or otherwise, but... let's see, what else can we talk about? So yeah, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I mean, I'm actually thrilled to play that when it releases. It might be kind of a little weird because this is it's like the first game that Charles Martinet is not voicing the Mario characters. I mean, what can I say? I mean, you know, voice actors, I mean, even they retire, you know? But it kind of begs the question, you know, what do we do when the original creators of our beloved characters bite the dust, you know? I mean, Yuji Naka, you know, one of the original creators of Sonic. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, I mean, he kind of went to jail, actually. I think for insider trading or whatever. Yeah, or something similar to that. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Basically, he was just trying to... To me, it's like he was just trying to make some money and, There's got to be an option to turn off the auto replay on those. Okay, so that was the first match. That one goes to Mario. Here's the second match. So yeah, I mean, insider trading, you know. Insider trading always kind of stuck out as a bit of an odd ruling, you know, as far as the laws go. Because if you think about it, I mean, the stock market here in America, at least, I mean, you got the stock market, and then you got futures, right? Like, let's take, and please don't at me here, let's take, I don't know, the NASDAQ or something, you know? Sometimes you might look up online and, you know, you'll see an article that says NASDAQ futures, you know, not, basically it's a projection of what the market is going to be like. But as far as I know, insider trading is supposed to be, you know, like you have foreknowledge of what the market is going to do or something big that nobody else knows about, and you plan accordingly. So, isn't a bit of a future insight as to how the markets might behave in and of itself insider trading? I mean, I'm just not sure what the legalities here are. You know, it feels to me like one of those things where, you know, it's okay that, you know, if this group of people does it, but not this group of people do it, you know? Like, do as I say, not as I do kind of thing, you know? I don't know. But yeah, so Sega Superstar, Sonic Superstars. I'm looking forward to playing it, actually. Lord knows I need something to take my mind off. Right now at home we got like this project that we have to get done. We're getting a new freezer basically, and well, let's just say I'm not very keen on lifting a finger to help out with the cleanup, because quintessentially, I mean, this isn't my house. I mean, that's just the way I look at it, you know? And, you know, we wouldn't have a mess if, you know, we had actually made use of the items that we buy. I mean, I'd say more, but that's kind of telling. So, you know, it's part of the reason why I want to kind of get famous here online, you know? I basically want to become monetized so that I can make, you know, more money beyond myself, so that I can basically, you know, give my folks the life that they want, you know, in their final years, you know? And more preferably, also, as an aside, you know, make more than enough money so that I don't end up homeless. You know? I mean, so, for anyone who's wondering, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to be a greedy asshole here, you know? I'm just trying to fix what's broken, that's all. You know? I'm still trying to fix what's broken. But, more about the freezer. The freezer itself is actually about as old, if not older, than I am. Well, no, I think it's about as old as I am. Maybe it's about a year younger. I mean, I don't know. Lately it's gotten this weird quirk now where despite how big it is, it only gets to about 28 degrees, and only one of the shelves seems to be frozen. As far as I know, I don't think it's supposed... I think it's supposed to be a frost-free freezer, but one of the shelves, like, had ice built up around it, and before then, you know, all the shelves had ice on it. So I don't know if this is just a failure in the refrigeration, or maybe the seal around the door isn't as strong as it used to be. I don't know. I mean, honestly, it'd probably be best just to replace the damn thing, you know, than have to defrost and refreeze the freezer in hopes that it still works. I mean, personally, I think we could do with an outside freezer, you know, an outside deep freeze. Put it on the side of the house, you know. You know, go around to the corner of the house, you know, just open up the chest, you know. I mean, that'd be pretty sweet, especially in the summertime. Of course, we don't have like an awning for it to build it outside, nor a garage, so that's kind of out of the question, I suppose. So anyway, round 2 goes to Sonic, so this is a bit of a tiebreaker right here. But yeah, I'm not really looking forward to actually, you know, doing some heavy lifting. You know, I mean, one of the drawbacks of living at a location longer than you should is that you can no longer proclaim complete innocence, you know, when the people you live with make a mess. Or basically, you know, if you live long enough and live with someone long enough, you know, you can't help but be a contributing factor to some of the mess. You know, I'm not completely to blame, but, you know, I don't know. Again, it's just one of those things, I guess. Just recently, actually, one of the last few things I had to pull out of the freezer was these rack of ribs that we had. I'm not sure how old they are, or even if they're still fresh, but, you know, they did feel pretty frozen solid, so I'd like to think that maybe they're still good. For all I know, I think they might actually be 5 years old, or maybe at least 3. I don't know. You ever buy one of those? You ever buy something from the store, put it in the freezer, open up your freezer, and then, you know, you see that this item that you bought years ago has been in there for so long that the sell-by date is no longer visible, like it faded over time. You ever get that? Kind of makes me wish we had, like, written with permanent marker. In fact, the last thing that's actually in our freezer right now, I mean, the freezer's on defrost right now, or rather turned off with defrost. It's actually turned off. There's actually a steak, or some such, that's actually frozen in there, and based on the date written, it's 2018, I believe. So yeah, it's easily, let's see, 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22. Yeah, it's probably about 5 years old now. So, I don't know. Honestly, I think once I'm able to pry it, I might end up either throwing it in the fridge or probably just tossing it based on how old it is. I mean, even though it is vacuum sealed, it probably does still freezer burn to a degree. But yeah, I mean, if I had extra income, you know, I mean, I'd be able to hire a battalion to, you know, basically master clean, master fix the house, and, you know, maybe then focus on, like, other things that we want for the house, you know. Spruce it up, you know. Build a garage, you know. I mean, I know one thing I want most. I want a big bathroom, right? And I want an actual tub, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, showers are great, you know, but, you know, honestly, I'm a little bit... I mean, when was the last time I actually had a bath? I don't know. I mean, I've taken showers, sure, but... You know, I mean, you just can't beat the relaxation of being able to just soak in a tub, you know? Okay, so... Whew. Honestly, I don't think I've actually talked about this long. So, anyway, yeah, so Mario 1, so... For the channel, I'll be playing Super Mario Wonder when that comes out. So, I mean, there should be plenty of time for me to play that before the freezer arrives. I mean, honestly, I think I would rather have a group of extra hands help us out with the basement. I mean, really all we have to do is just clear space, really. And, you know, we can have people come in and, you know, swap the freezers, I guess. So, anyway, that'll do it for Smash Ultimate here. Thank you so much for watching this with me. So yeah, the next new playthrough will be on Super Mario Wonder. And now, as I promised you before, I'll be playing a little bit of a musical interlude. I don't have any real name for it, but I'm thinking of calling this GG's in the Chat. And there we have it. GG's in the chat. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. No, really. Like, comment, and subscribe. You would be doing me a huge favor. So anyway, thanks for watching. And like I said, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, please stay tuned for other videos.